Hold on, guys. Whoever's there, I'm just trying to set up this chat room. See. Let me see. Okay. I have to master these settings. Okay, so the chat room should be open now. If anybody pops up, please say something in the chat room. I'm going to give it a couple of minutes so I can see what's up. I want to say rest in peace to Monster Kody, aka Sanyika Shakur. I was trying to wait and see if any more information came out on his passing, but I haven't seen anything. They won't let you like or anything. Hold on, blessings. I'm gonna go in here and see what the heck did I do in my settings, because I don't see anything here why you shouldn't be able to comment. I opened up the chat. Refresh and see what happens, blessings. Maybe if you refresh and see what happens. I don't know what's going on here. I really have to learn how to mess around with this thing. But I want to say again, rest in peace to Monster Kody. I'm going to read this. Why is it saying that? That's bothering me now, sis. I know that's you here. It's bothering me that you cannot comment or like the video. Well, maybe afterwards you'll be able to like it, but I'm reading this. I'm going to read this article about the death of Monster Kody. Man found dead in Oceanside was former Crips member turned author Kody Scott, 57 years old. Authorities Wednesday publicly identified a 57-year-old man dead this week at a makeshift encampment in Oceanside. A passerby found the body of Kody Scott. There you go. A passerby found the body of Kody Scott in a tent in an open area near the San Luis Ray River Trail about 12:30 p.m. Monday, according to the San Diego County Medical Examiner's Office. Scott was a former member of the Los Angeles gang, the 8 Trade Gangster Crips, according to this Wikipedia page. He claimed to have reformed in prison, joined the Republic of New Africa movement, changed his name to Sanyika Shakur, befriended rapper Tupac Shakur, and wrote a 1993 memoir called Monster, the autobiography of an LA gang member. A ruling on Scott's cause of death was on hold pending completion of post-mortem examinations. And just recently I heard that it was a stroke that he had. But what struck me as weird is, what was he doing at a campsite by himself? That's kind of strange to me. Like, if he's going to go camping, is he going to go by himself? I don't know what his personality is, but that sounds kind of strange to me. I do remember Sanyika Shakur coming on my radar, Monster Kody, when he wrote the book Monster, and I ran to the bookstore to buy that book and read it. And when I read it, I was very intrigued because he went from his gang membership days to his transformation into adulthood and him in him becoming an activist. And you don't hear those stories that much because people don't live long enough to give us the second half of their lives. Most people don't. Who goes camping alone, sis? Who does that? But I was really intrigued by Monster Kody's transformation. And what I remember the most about him was when he told Tupac, because Tupac spoke to him before he signed the contract with Death Row Records with Suge Knight. And he spoke to Monster, and Monster told him and was crying to him on the phone, telling him not to sign with Suge Knight because he was the devil. You see, when you have an experience in those streets, the type of experiences that Monster had, because he was no joke, like he was full speed ahead with his gang banging. And I think that just he was the type of person that was, whatever he put his mind to be in, he was going to try to be the best at it. So I would say if Monster Kody was a gang member, he was going full throttle. And when he became an activist, I think he was doing the most that he could do. So it really if I really find it strange that they found him at a camping site by himself in a tent. That doesn't strike, and he seems to be like a very healthy man. If you look at Sanyika, Shakur, Monster Kody, he has no stomach like people his age would have. He had a great body for a 57-year-old. I'm lying, sis? He had a damn good body for a 57-year-old man. He seemed to be very fit. So I don't know what transpired here, but I do know they took him out there. I think so, or either they did something or left him there. I'm not sure, but this doesn't sound too copacetic to me. This doesn't sound straight and narrow. That you will find this man at a camping site. He had a stroke. If they would have said in his house, maybe, but at a camping site, I don't know, maybe someone who knows him better than me or knows what he's been doing lately with himself. Maybe he was going on camping site, going to these camping sites to get a peace of mind or to build himself spiritually, ground himself. I don't know, because I'm not familiar too much with what he was doing recently, besides like trying to help the young kids get out of joining gangs and stuff like that. He was an activist. But that don't sound right to me, family. That don't sound right to me at all. But may he rest in peace. He was a strong brother. From what I was encountered about him, he was a strong brother. And if you read that book that he wrote, Monster, let me see what the name of that book is exactly. That's the only way you would go along, right? And even then, would you actually go all by yourself? Like, I don't know. That just don't sound right to me, man. It just doesn't. I'm going to look for the name of his book. It's called Monster, the autobiography of an LA gang member. And it was a damn good read. If you haven't read that book, it was very interesting, and it would be pertinent information for what is taking place now, because gangs are more prevalent all over now than they used to be when he wrote this book. But I guess he gave us a precursor and get into the mindset of a person who's in a gang and who's going full throttle with it, because he wasn't playing any games when he was involved. So I don't remember verbatim like too much from the book, but I do still have it, and I'm going to read it again. But I was very shocked and I was very saddened to hear that he passed away, because I know that he's one of those that made it out and made a transformation and was trying to talk, to the kids. It's not enough people out there like that. And it's the people that made it and what was able to tell the gang members the other side of when you cross that threshold, when you get over 30, 25 and 30, and you start thinking about your family members, and you start realizing that the street life is not what it's cracked up to be. So it's real sad. It always seems like when you finally have a gang member that was in it that hard and come out of it, like they never make it to accomplish and give the message that they really wanted to give. Like I'm sure if Tookie hadn't been executed, he could have did a lot of good with these gangs right now. He could have done a lot of good things. Larry Hoover. Larry Hoover's locked up. Jeff Ford is locked up. David Barksdale was killed. All the big names that were OGs that had some experience and could really come back and say something, you know, I don't know. I don't know. It's just really messed up. So I just wanted to speak on Monster Kody and say rest in peace to him because uh, he tried. He tried to make a difference. And I guess I'll sign off now. It's pretty quiet. Everybody's probably watching the games or doing whatever they're doing. I just wanted to pop in and get more familiar with going live so that when I want to talk about something, I know what the heck I'm doing. You can make a difference and make your voice count for good. It's over. Yeah, I don't know. That's the way it seems to me. It seems like, anytime. Oh, and I have to also salute Lil Durk's father because I'm really appreciating him right now. I'm appreciating him and I'm appreciating Kwame Brown, two positive figures that's dropping some game and dropping some well-needed king speech. I call it king speech because we don't have enough strong kings that's really giving back. And for him to come out and be saying what he's saying, that he's going to end the war and claiming that he started it, taking full responsibility for starting the GDBD war in Chicago, to me, that's big. And I think he should be saluted. So salute to Little Durk's dad. I think he's a great man. And I think that he can make a difference. I think he can make a big difference, hopefully. Because I don't want to see no more bodies dropping this summer out there and hearing all of these numbers going on. It's crazy. We don't need that. It's too much of that now. But it looks like there's some positive figures that's actually taking place and they taking their place on stage. So that's a good look. But anyway, peace and love. Anybody who listens to this, God bless, blessings to you and yours. And thank you, blessings, for coming through. I love you, sis. I might come back later. I don't know, depending on if I have something to say, but I just needed to drop this real quick. All right. Much love. Have a good night.